I get, rooting for greatness and watching great individual performances, but for lack of a better word, Antonio, the games are poopy. They're poop. It's blowout city.
Did you say for lack of a better word and then use poopy?
Yes, poop. I like saying that word. It makes me feel good.
He reverts back to his childhood when he says it.
But let me ask you this. Do we need to see, and I threw this question out earlier, does Cleveland need to go out and get, I don't want to say mellow, but like a Paul George type to compete?
Yes. And here's the issue with that, though. Now, the way that the new collective bargaining agreement is set up, Adam Silver doesn't want that.
I know.
He doesn't want that. So the only way you're going to be able to compete with the Golden State Warriors in a 7-game series is to build another super team, to add another star. So I live in San Antonio. Now the big deal down here is Chris Paul coming to the Spurs to join LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard, and Pau Gasol. But you know what?
You need somebody else.
Adam Silver doesn't want that. And for that to happen, Chris Paul has to leave $60 million on the table.
Right.
So how do you possibly make this happen if you're the other 29 teams in the NBA?
Well, Durant did it.
But he didn't leave. But what Kevin Durant, he didn't leave that amount. He signed a 1-year deal with an opt-out after 2. You know what I mean? And what he's going to eventually end up having to doing is taking less money to keep this team together. If this is the team that they want for the next 7 to 10 years, as Jeff Van Gundy said, he said he could see them going to the finals for the next 8 to 10 years. If this is the team they want, guys are going to have to take less money. You're going to have to take less money to keep Klay Thompson. You're going to have to take less money to keep Draymond Green and this team together.
Right. That's what I said. I said if you want to win a ring, let's just say you're Paul George or you're Gordon Hayward, whoever. If you want to win a ring, you got to go join San Antonio or Golden State. Nobody else has a shot.
Right. And then the thing is, the issue that you run into is if you're a team if you're Chris Paul, and you're leaving $60 million on the table, which I don't care how much money you have made, that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. You're leaving $60 million on the table for a question mark. So just because you are leaving $60 million on the table doesn't guarantee you a championship. So that's a lot to leave behind when you're chasing a team that's as good, as talented, and has that much firepower as the Golden State Warriors do.
Where do you stand on the style of basketball, though, Antonio? You played in the league a long time, and the game has slowly gotten to where it is now, but it just seems like the whole goal is shoot 53s, hit whatever percentage it is that they figured out mathematically that works out. But it looks like a summer league game. It looks like an N1 mixtape. And I know I sound like an old fart, but I miss team basketball. I really do. And I'm sort of put off by it. And I've seen it bleed all the way down to the high school level. High school games are trash now, too. So I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, the three-point line has been trending in the NBA for quite some time.
Yeah.
Because when I came in '97, in the late '90s and early 2000s, Tim Duncan was here, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, these dominant guys that could play with their back to the basket. And now what has happened is these dominant guys that play with their back to the basket that have offensive footwork and skill are extinct. No disrespect to the guys that are playing now, but it's a different game. It's a different time. So now your better centers in the league are leading their team in three-point shots. That's where the three-point line is trending. You look at Marc Gasol in Memphis. He's leading Memphis in three-point attempts, him and Mike Conley. Mm-hmm. So it's different. Or you look at a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who's very good at what he does, which is defending and blocking shots and finishing at the rim, but you aren't going to give the ball to him and say, you know what, give me 25, give me 30 points. We need to rise you tonight. So now what this does is this gives Golden State the flexibility to play Draymond Green at the 5 spot because he doesn't have to guard a big 5 like Shaquille O'Neal or like a Tim Duncan or a Hakeem, like some of these dominant bigs down low. So now you're putting him on a guy that realistically plays to his strength, Draymond Green's strength. So Marc Gasol is shooting threes, and you don't have to worry about him guarding DeAndre Jordan, and that's just where the NBA has gone. The three-point line is trending, and everybody's getting in line to do it. It's a blueprint, cut, paste, copy league. And now what the Golden State Warriors are doing, everybody's trying to cut and paste and copy what they're doing.
Joined by Antonio Daniels, former Washington Wizard, played 13 years in the NBA. As we talk NBA Finals, Where do you put Kevin Durant's status in the league? Because it's interesting, Paul Pierce kind of threw it out that maybe KD is the best player in the league now over LeBron. He's clearly in the top 5, but it's interesting because after he won the MVP, his teammate now, Steph Curry, won the MVP twice and won it back-to-back. Like, how do you rank these guys? It's amazing a team probably has 2 of the top 5, clearly, maybe even 2 of the top 3 players in the league.
Well, for me, Kevin Durant's the second best player on the planet. And even working with the Thunder these past 2 years, I've even felt that when he left. And the reason I say he's the second best player on the planet, because you cannot defend him. I don't care who you put on him. You can put Kawhi Leonard, you can put LeBron James, you can put anybody else in this league that you can consider to be a lockdown defender. And Kevin Durant's going to get any shot he wants at any time because of his size and his length and his skill set, his ability to handle the basketball. He's a freak of nature. There are very few guys in the NBA today that can do what no one else in this league can do. Kevin Durant's one of those guys.